units, this is K Steel, and welcome back to another video for you. So, long time no see, but I haven't really thought of anything to do with the YouTube channel for a while. But, in the meanwhile, I have been active on my art account, and I have been making my video games in the background as well. And, about a year ago, I showed off a platform I was working on. I called it the Pangaea Agency, but since those videos, the original game was lost due to some weird technical situations, and when I redeveloped it, I didn't really like where it was going, so I put that on hold and made some other games. But since then, I decided to restart development on the game, and well, this is the first beta, no, it's not beta, it's an alpha, pre-alpha of the game. It's only one level, and it doesn't have all of its features, but the general idea is present, and you can play this on my Game Jolt, which I'll have a link to in my description. So let's check out the level. As you can see, so as you can see, it's a platformer. It's very very retro style, like those of the NES or Sega Master System, or it should be to that quality. This is one of the characters. What you're seeing is one of the characters. It's a Link's character, and the character would feature melee attacks, and to control the game, to control the character, you use the arrow keys to move, and the control buttons to attack, and you use space to jump. So we're going to look around the level. You can destroy crates and barrels, which will give off a giant explosion. You can also attack enemies for the same effect as well. I was a little sick over the week. As you can see, it's not really perfect. Just a few bugs, collision issues, which I have since fixed some of them, but not all of them. The one I have fixed is the collision issue. So, there's really not much else to say about this pre-alpha. I did put a lot of effort in the animation of the character. Well, some effort in the animation of the character. The idle animation. As you can see, there's blinking, the jumping, there's like frames of the character putting their arms down. The attacks have 2 frames, one to like start the attack, and the other to do it. And yeah. This is actually based on a tutorial from I don't mean to I don't mean to advertise, but this is from a good deal of the work I did based off of a tutorial from Lost Relic Games. I'll also leave a link to their channel in the description. There is no sound or music. Oh shoot. There's no sound or music. I didn't implement it yet. Yeah. So about what this game should ultimately look like. All the graphics will be refined. All this is like preliminary stuff. And like test graphics. So it won't look like this sort of like in between of an NES and Atari 2600. And yeah, there will be music and sound effects, some voice acting maybe if I want to. There's actually supposed to be multiple characters, and I do have that, and I will show it to you in a little bit. But there will be multiple characters. I planned 3, but I have made 2 so far. I don't know. You'll have 6 levels, no, 7 total levels, and it'll feature a Mega Man style progression system, so you can choose the levels you want and complete them in any order. And there will be power-ups, of course. I do want to have more action RPG elements in the game. But aside from that, let's stop with this and get to the other character that I made for the game. Actually, before that, I want to mention that I do have the updated version of that build. As you can see, I decided to make this character be able to run faster, but her jumping is slightly not as good, slightly worse. I wouldn't say worse, but she has a lower jumping height. And it'll take a little more work to platform, but you do have increased speed. The idea is that you will be able to select your character, and each character would have distinct abilities and stats. As you can see, a character runs faster but jumps slower. The other characters will have different jumping and speed stats, and they also have different stats for their like attack power, because these enemies and objects do take a certain amount of hits, and each character should be able to take out more or less hits than each other. But I'll implement that later. So let's get to the other character. And here is the other character I made for the game. This is one of my older characters, and the thing about this character is he jumps higher, but he's slower at walking. Along with that, he also has the ability to shoot projectiles, and they go a considerable amount of distance, and they can be performed a little faster, but of course it comes at the cost of the character's speed. Yeah. So the increased jump height is intended to make the character easier to platform with, but of course not really good for speed running. The Link's character from before is in fact a character that might be better for speed running. Well, this one is probably better for, like, I don't know, beginners, I guess. I did in fact make two scripts to for these different attacks. I didn't, as I said before, I didn't make the third character because I just didn't, but I have to do it soon. And well, that's all I have to really say about it. Each character's act is supposed to have a unique ability associated with them, aside from their combat. So, this character I did give them all names. But this character is supposed to have like good swimming, like he can swim with perfect control. The second character, I'm not sure yet. I might give the character a wall climbing ability. I'm not sure. The third character is supposed to be a bird character and would have flying abilities, or at least a limited version of it. But I had to figure out how to make that work. So, aside from that, that's all I have to really say about the game. Again, still in its pre-alpha stage. I don't know when it will be until I can get it further developed because of college. Forgot I am in college, and that will always take precedent over everything else. But I will keep you guys updated on further developments of the game. But until then, this has been K Steel signing out. I'll see you all later.
This was a Kobalt Steel video by MS Bernie. Like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Until next time, see you all later.